Do you ever see other couples when you're out and about in daily life or even on social media and they maybe have a similar family structure as you, or maybe they're a blended family like you are, maybe they're in business together like you are, and yet they seem to have it all together and you are struggling with something? Sometimes we can think that we're the only ones that have ever dealt with this, or why does everyone else have this figured out, but we're struggling? And what we have found is that we are often all dealing with the same things, and we would benefit so much from just opening up and being in community with one another and sharing those things to help each other grow and know that we're not alone in it. So, this is actually one of the reasons why my husband, Ben, and I are going to be starting an online community for married couples. And we are so excited about it.
That's right, we are.
We've just found that, I mean, one of our main passions for starting Legacy Shift in the first place was the conversations that we would be having with people in our daily life, and people opening up, and wives coming to me to talk about things, husbands talking to Ben about things, and just the insight we were gathering from people is like so many of us deal with the same things and we can help each other. There's people that have made it through those issues that you're dealing with, and they would love to share that there's hope and then share how they got through it. And so this kind of stems from just conversations in our DMs and comments on our videos and just personal conversations we've had with people in our real life that would benefit so much from us all getting in a room together
Mm,
virtually,
yeah.
to get everybody, but to get in a room together and just say like, hey, how do you guys deal with this? You're going to business together. How do you deal with that? And sort of helping each other out. So we're so excited about it.
Yeah, this is forming from what we wish we woulda had 10 years ago,
Yes. Yes.
13 years ago, whatever. Like, what we would wish we would've been able to found
Yep.
something in the beginning when we were on that struggle bus, wondering, "Is there any hope?" Wondering, "Can we fix this?" Wondering what our options are, knowing that we didn't want divorce, knowing that like how are we going to fix this? And so this has online community is kind of forming from that thought of super helpful conversations, super helpful teaching, super helpful unpacking of different topics, which I think is huge. Because once you like unpack a topic, things that we've all the conferences that we've been to, all the things that we've kind of studied out over the years. And when you really unpack something and you go through like topical and you're just like blown away by all the things that like either it's generational of why you are the way you are, and then like but you don't have to stay that way. Um, Different things that you've done or different hurts or different past things, and you've developed little triggers or different things that you just have had your whole entire life. And the fact that most people don't even know they're walking around with certain things just from life, like, and you've gone through life that way not knowing that like it doesn't have to be that way,
Mhm.
or you think certain things, and the reason why you think that is because, the way your dad treated you or your mom left when you were young, or an aunt or uncle, the words that were spoken over you as a child that were negative, and it forms you, and you kinda grow up and you do life and you have, like, these little moments of flare-ups and you're not really sure why, and you're wondering, like, "Why am I this way?" And knowing that, like, "Hey, there's actually hope. There's
Yeah.
actually a way that you can put in the work and fix it, and create a life that you enjoy living, and
Mhm.
a stronger, more thriving marriage together."
And so much of that we've learned through communication once we got the tools, like to have those conversations, because all of those things that you just said, they affect us. They affect how we handle conflict. They affect how we communicate. They affect how we make decisions. And we don't always necessarily see that. And so I remember once we were sort of made aware of those things, it's like, oh, wait, that's why I respond that way when you talk to me like that, or when you, whatever the situation might be. And so I just know how much freedom has come from us opening up and sharing even just what we've gone through with people on a personal level and how that's helped them and what they've shared with us. And then shared with other people. And so there's just so much power in community of like-minded people getting together and talking about their experiences and where they're at. And I know for us, I mean, depending how much you know of our story, we've shared a lot of it in other episodes. You can go back to the begin. Don't go back to the far beginning. Those are not pretty episodes.
We were learning.
But we shared our story and the heart of like why we even got started. And so we both had a really messy past before we met each other. We became a blended family, and we had a really rocky financial situation. We tried to start a business together and hit a rough spot, and we lost the business. Our marriage almost was lost in the process too, because we didn't have any healthy rhythms or know how to handle conflict, how to handle pressure, how to handle stress, how to be a team and work through things together. And so that led us to go invest thousands of dollars in marriage conferences over the years and fly to different places and get resources and get help. And so we've just learned so much that's unlocked so much for us that now that we've rebuilt our marriage on just a stronger foundation, like we're stronger than ever. We've built a new business, a construction business to seven figures. Like there's just so many things that if we had known in the beginning, it would
Mm,
have saved us years of heartache. And so that's
yes.
our heart is for us to share what we know, but how much greater to get more couples all together so that they can share things that we don't even know and just speak to so many situations. So I know blended families, that's
Whole
a
thing.
whole thing that people can feel really alone in and isolated. Growing a business together, if there's like a chronic illness in the family, if there's, just whatever family dynamics might be, there's just so many different struggles and issues that married couples might be facing. And finding someone else out there like you
Mhm.
who can speak into that and give you hope is like a breath of fresh air, you
Yeah.
know?
Because you find a person and you connect with them. This is before you're married, obviously. And you like fall like madly in love with this person. Wherever there's so many cool stories of how people met and, you know,
Hmm.
and like so in love, right? And you look at like married couples like or engaged couples, they're so in love, planning and this and like they've met and like some of them like it's like fast love and they got engaged in 3 or 6 months because they just knew they were finally the one and all this. It's like, so where did that go? Like in 5 to 10 years, where did like because life hits, right?
Yeah.
But it's like that love and that passion and that desire you can say too of like when you first met that person, like the feelings that like I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. Like where do those feelings go? Like why do they like do they have to leave? Is that just the way life is? And I think so many times we see couples asking themselves that question. Like is that just like a little thing in the beginning, but then like now life hits and now like that those
You
feelings go away.
like you fall out of love,
Yeah,
like
like
that
falling out
idea.
of love or like, oh, that was just because we were young or no, like the like most beautiful scene is when you see a couple that's been married for 50, 60, 70 years, still holding hands, going on little dates together, and just like being in love with each other still. Like
That can still happen
that
today.
can still happen, and it is God's design for that to happen. God's design for marriage was for man and woman to like to do life together,
Yeah.
to love each other. Like he's the greatest artist of like creating a masterpiece, and he's the greatest artist of bringing people together
Yeah. And writing a new
and writing a
story
new
out
story.
of their
Even if
lives.
however much we mess it up, he can still fix it. Like there's not a story that's gone too far that like he can't fix. And I think that's the thing is no matter where you're at, because I don't like when like people say like, oh, it doesn't matter like your situation, whatever. I don't like when people say that because sometimes the situation is it's all you see, it's all that it's in front of you. It's what you deal with every single day.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to make light of any situation because sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it is like it
Heavy.
doesn't look like there's hope. Sometimes it is super heavy. But know that your situation can turn around.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the whole heart behind the online community that we want to start is that there is hope.
Yeah. And the whole point is like for two of you, just as long as you both want it, then it can work and it can happen. And so we're going to have couples joining together. So hopefully not, not just one of you. It's like the whole point is both of you in the community together. And there's going to be things that will prompt to kind of engage with each other and have conversation. We're going to put some resources in there and things that we've learned
Hmm.
that have really just changed the way we view marriage, and books we've read over and over the years, and teachings and episodes and conversations even that we've had that have just been really impactful to and shaped how we view each other, how we view ourselves, and how we view the whole point of marriage anyway. Because I think so much of the dialogue that you hear about in the world is just, it's selfish. It's from I'm going to be in this as long as it serves me. But then once it doesn't serve me anymore, I'm done. Or like, he changed, I'm over it. Guess what we have started?
We have started a online community where married couples can come together in one place.
Yes, you will meet people just like you. Have you ever thought to yourself, does anyone else go through this? Or how do those other people on social media look like they never have any problems? Well, guess what? They do. They've just worked through them, or they're not showing them to you. And so we have created a community. We are all going to be real with each other. We're there to help each other. We're there to share stories and encourage each other. We are going to have resources of things that have quite literally changed our marriage,
Right.
the way we view each other, the way we view our marriage. And we're really excited.
Yeah, so many fun things in there. We don't want to reveal all of them to you. Just know it's going to be worth every bit for you and your spouse to join together so that you can be strengthened, you can be encouraged, and ultimately you can walk with purpose together as a couple. Let's get back into this conversation.
So the whole point is like the two of you joining the community together. It's husband and wife. And as long as you both want it to work, really, no matter where you're at right now, as long as you both commit to doing the work and engaging together, then there is hope and you can change. I mean, that was our story, right? Like we're literally almost done, but we both had a heart. Like, is there a possibility to save this? Then we're going to try. And God was able to do, I mean, a miracle in our
Mhm.
marriage. It's a brand new marriage. It's not like he just kind of patched up what we were working with. It was too far gone. We had to just kind of destroy everything and rebuild from nothing. But so it's going to be a community where you get to meet other people. We're going to be uploading resources, some of the favorite things that have been foundational to our story, the way that we view each other, the way that we view marriage, the purpose of marriage. And just the whole dialogue that you hear in the world today is so much about self serving. Like marriage is about, I'll stay in this as long as my needs are met. And
Mm.
once you stop meeting my needs, well, you changed or we outgrew each other, we fell out of love. That whole dialogue is just, or the idea that like some people are in your life just for a season. And
Mm.
like, yeah, other people, but once you marry someone, like that's covenant. You've made covenant. That's forever. And so there's just so much hope to people. No, like you said, no matter where you're at, we're not belittling anything because we've been in some pretty drastic situations and we're closer together today than we ever have been. So as you work through those things, they bring intimacy and they make you stronger together. And if you've been on our journey at all, we try to share as authentically and vulnerably as we can because we believe that we got through what we went through so that we can help other people.
Mhm.
And so we're not gatekeeping any of our story. We're not gatekeeping the things that helped us. We're open books. And we're just really excited about having a community of people that aren't putting on a mask or acting like they have it all together, that they're the perfect couple, but we're real people. We can help
Mhm.
each other.
Yeah, so you will find in this community, I think we should tell them what they're going to find.
Yes.
So, number one, we've created a date night app
Hmm.
to where no matter what city you're in, you can put the city in there and then you can put, like, if you have a budget, like the hours, because sometimes you might need a babysitter or you only have a certain time. And then it will prompt basically the exact part in your city where to go, what to do. It might get also can give you a couple different options. So super excited about this.
Yeah.
Been working on it for a bit.
Planning date night can get challenging.
So date night is the number one thing that you will hear us say this until we're black and blue in the
We're big
face.
date night people.
Like you need a date night, and We hear excuses about, well, we have babies, we don't have babysitter,
Or money,
money. There's
time.
so many things, so many excuses out there. But you make time for what's important. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Say it again.
You make time for what's important in your life, whether it's that tea time, whether it's going out with the girls, whether it's shopping, whatever, I mean, whatever it is that you do and you love
Mhm.
and you enjoy doing, you make time for it and you figure it out.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your spouse, like that needs to be number one and the number one priority. And dating your spouse and continuing to date is vital for the health of your relationship. Just like you spent countless hours together before you were married, you should be doing the same thing like outside of like the home. And sometimes it has to be in the home because you have babies and you don't have a babysitter. But there's cool little prompts that I can do for little in-home like date night kits,
If you
basically.
have whatever your restriction is, whatever your
Yeah.
excuse is,
So whatever
we
your
have an
excuse
answer.
is, we just cut that right off.
Yeah. Because we change. And so instead of using that as a reason of why we can't be together anymore or why we're growing apart, keep dating just like you did before you got married. You dated to get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so keep dating to keep getting to know each other as you change and evolve throughout the seasons of life as you go through different things. And keep the love alive. You have to be intentional about those things. You don't
Right.
just drift into a 75-year happy marriage. You are intentional and purposeful
Right.
about all those things. So
And
yes.
another one that is going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see it work with people, is a prompt for just talking to each other.
Hmm.
Because what we've noticed is if you have a business together, it's what you only talk about, especially on date night.
Hmm.
So now your date night turns into a business meeting, and as though you can use it as a write off, but you didn't connect in an intimate way with your spouse.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
um
count.
doesn't count. So prompts, and then sometimes you just like don't know what to talk about
Or all you talk
anymore.
about is the kids, or you
Or
talk
I'm gonna
about
call out the
money.
guys because guys, we can do better. We could do better
In what?
in communicating with your
Yes,
wife.
that's
You
right.
can talk to her
It's
instead of
not
just
hard.
staring at her and talking,
Grunting.
grunting, or not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like we can be better. So these little prompts are for will be for you so that you could like have just a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's not like for the whole conversation. It's the spark something so that you can it kind of like help you along with those training wheels at first, and then boom, take the training wheels off, and now you're good to go.
It's just like a thoughtful question, like something you wouldn't think to ask, not like what's your favorite color or dumb, stuff you either already know or stuff that's not interesting. But what are like, get a little bit deeper, get inside their head, get inside their heart and dream and have like goals together and those kinds of things. So
Yeah,
it brings you closer together. That's where connection comes from.
yeah. What else do we want to like show them
We're going to be
first?
going live in
Yes.
this community. So we're going to be doing calls and like cameras on so you can see faces of people, actually talk to each other, not just type words. We can do that anywhere else. But I think, that's part of community is being able to trust one another, being able to understand that you're speaking to real human beings and relate on a personal level to people. And so turning your camera on, going back to 2020 years, and like get on a good old Zoom call and see each other's faces.
Mm,
But I just remember connection being so important in that season of isolation, how meaningful that felt even on a screen. And so there really is no such thing as like distance needing to separate you guys. I think no matter where you're at in the world, getting on a call together, going live, talking about something. We have the holidays coming up.
yeah.
So being able to talk about that, there's going to be like seasonal things that we're all going through at the same time. If it's Christmas stress, busyness, if it's New Year, if it's school time, summer break, vacation, whatever it is, there's always going to be like seasonal things we can talk about, but also just we're going to have things that are always on our heart that we want to share and talk about and just start conversation. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it goes back to just to the heart of like why we even started Legacy Shift is for you guys and well, for us, it started with us, obviously. To like think differently, think legacy, think what we're leaving to our kids and our kids' kids. Not just financially, but just like relationship wise. Like I want to model what a husband and wife should look like for my son. I want my sons to see how how a husband should treat his wife. Like that's what I feel like we've missed. So many of us have missed see that model, how a man should treat his wife, how a wife should treat her husband. That model for most of us in America, I have just like it's just not really modeled well. And sometimes maybe there is. Maybe your parents rocked it. Maybe you seen your family and it was an amazing, and that's who you strive to be, look up to, and that's awesome. And this group is still for you because you still because like knowing that your parents did amazing, they invested into their marriage.
Yeah.
It didn't just happen. Like so they put in the work. So and this is that same thought of like no matter where you're at in your walk with your spouse, like it's always good to invest. Maybe you really need the investment or maybe you're just like still getting better and want to stay good. So I think that's what's the cool thing about um marriage is because there's so many things and so many different reasons and so many walks of life and like how we've all got to where we're at today. And there's no reason why we can't fix it and we can't still keep investing it and just keep making it better and better every day.
Yeah. You know what I'm excited about too?
Oh,
Is getting the dialogue, like real time dialogue with what people like what's hitting with people in our conversations. Cause like we'll get comments on these YouTube episodes or we'll get DMs in response to like a reel we post or something. And people will open up and share that like they really needed to hear that, or they'll ask for advice about something or share a personal experience. And it's like we'll have multiple people that say that. And it's like, let's all have a conversation. Or once we get more of that, we know what to speak to in the next episode. So it's like that kind of dialogue going on. If a lot of people are dealing with the same kind of thing right now, like let's have a conversation about it and we can all chime in and we can all share and grow. I'm excited about that piece.
yeah. I'm excited about going live just to see and having like a topical conversation about something that hopefully I can unlock in someone's life.
Hmm.
Um, Mainly, our heart is that we don't want we want if you could take divorce off the table, like that's a success.
Yeah.
Like for us, like you said, like man, we were like so close to divorce, and like now we don't even talk about that. Doesn't even come out of our mouth anymore. That's a success. That's a
Yeah.
win for us. That's like because now we've gone literally from death to life, right? And then like or we just like grew more in love with each other. We've just have been growing more in love. Like it's crazy. Like we've connected in a way we never have before. Just like to hear people like say that
Feeling
and
more
then feel it.
aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing greater than a couple that is on the same team riding with that purpose that God has given them. For that couple, that assignment that God has given you, there's nothing greater than that. And to be fulfilling it together, like the call that like God has for you as a couple. Individually, you have things that you are assigned to do too, but like as a couple, as a husband and wife, you have an assignment, and to be able to know what it is, be on the same page about it, and then to walk it out like that. I mean, that's hello, that's
Yeah.
amazing to see.
And how helpful accountability is too. That piece of it's like that weekly check in or whatever that ends up being, but having a community that is there to support you and say like, "Hey, you guys said that you were going to set this goal. How's that going?" Or, "Hey, when was your last date night?" You know, we talked about how you wanted to work on that, and um, just that accountability from we set vision, we set goals. You know, like coming up on the new year, everyone sets their goals, but like how quickly do people drop it? Because we get busy with life. It's not bad intentions or we didn't mean it. It's just life gets busy, life gets hard, and kind of carries us away to different things. And so to have those people in your community that can just like cheer you on and encourage you and help keep you plugged in to like, hey, remember we're working on this. Hey, how
Hmm.
are you doing on this? Good job on that. And like sharing wins together. celebrating accomplishments that you have as a couple. And if your kids, like it's going to change your legacy. You know, it's not your marriage isn't just about you, the two of you. It's about your kids and what kind of legacy you're leaving for your family. You might be breaking the mold of generational legacies in your family if you come from a long line of divorce,
Mm,
if you come from a long line of blended families or a long line of, you know, whatever the destruction has been in your family. It's like you have the power to change that. You can change the course of your story, and it will ripple through eternity. You know,
mm,
like it's not just your kids, but it's your community, it's your family line, it's for generations to come. So it's so much bigger than just, we can get really caught up in what we see right now, what we feel right now, our emotions, but those are all temporary things. And so keeping in mind, big picture, what's our goal? You know, we can make it through hard seasons. I mean, if you make it 70 something years as a couple, that wasn't 70 years of sunshine and roses. You know, I'm sure they went through really hard things together, but choosing to go through those things together, let them make you stronger rather than take you out.
hmm.
That's what makes the difference, you know?
Yeah, great. Another thing that I'm excited about, and this is it's kind of top secret, but we're kind of
You're giving
pulling
away secrets?
pulling the hood back a little bit. No, just
I
get
didn't know
people
we had a
excited,
secret.
you know?
Oh, okay.
One of the things too is getaways.
Oh, yeah.
So depending
Yeah.
on season and different things and like who's in the group and there's going to be some criteria. But we're gonna set up getaways for couples kind of go and depending where it's at, what I can't let you know everything. There's gonna be
Some
some
things in the
surprise.
works.
But so getaways for couples together, kind of go couples together just doing the thing. So
Yeah, like
um,
a little retreat to just get away, the two of you, maybe come together about your vision. How are things going so far? How was our last year or last few months? And just sort of realign as a couple, as the foundation of your family. Kind of back to what we talked about. We're big on weekly check ins and things like that, but there's something about taking intentional time away, getting outside of your normal environment and taking that intentional time together. It's transformative. It
yeah.
has been for us.
Anything else you want to reveal?
Reveal. We're just bringing you on this journey right now because we've seen this coming since the beginning. It's just was all about, you know, just timing everything. So we're ready. We're ready for a community and we're ready to gather people together and be stronger together.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
And
most excited about.
I think what I'm excited about too is like knowing that you're not alone
Hmm.
is might be the greatest unlock that you might have as a couple. Like knowing that like, oh, there's other people that are going through this. We're not the only ones. Or well, they went through that and they made it through. Like sometimes like we can get in a situation and it feels so big. It feels like the world is crushing our chest with just all everything. And it's like really it's like, hey, dude, like we just went through that last year and we made it out.
And this
And
is how
and
we
and
did
this is
it.
how we did
And
it.
you can
And
do it too.
yeah, and it's just like, oh wait, that was that easy? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um I will say this. Sometimes I'm not the nicest person and she's been working on me.
This is your disclaimer. This is your
But it's
warning.
all out of love. So if
Sometimes we need a good wake up call.
sometimes I'm a little bit more blunt than she is.
That's why we're doing it
So
together.
that's why she's with me. She's like my ride or die. Like she's my like
I'll soften it.
she softens it sometimes, but sometimes she won't because sometimes it might be the thing that needed to be heard. So I will say this: we want to see husband and wife together.
Yes. So who's this for?
It's for a married
A
couple.
married couple. And there's not really much requirement further than that because we were talking about just the power of building just married at all. And then in that there's going to be a lot of nuances, obviously, of different family dynamics,
Yeah.
but that's who it's for. So if you're married, you don't need to be in crisis. You don't need to be struggling. You don't need to be last ditch effort to make this work. If you are, you're welcome still.
Hmm.
But if you guys just want to get stronger, if you care at all about lasting, if you care about staying strong, you know, it's like we talk a lot about those dips and those valley seasons in life. But the whole point is you make it through those when you're strong beforehand. And so don't wait for the crisis to join in and get strength and to get built up in this area. This is something you would do now if things are going great. Like that's a great time to join.
Yeah.
Join in, get strong, stay strong, get those rhythms in place, those non-negotiables, get the communication all dialed in so that when the storms of life come, which they will,
Mhm.
you guys are strong and ready to face
You're
it
ready to
together.
go. I think that's the main thing is like
Yeah.
you're ready to go.
Yeah. It won't take
It's
you out.
just like going to the gym. You don't just like become strong one day. Like you
Mhm.
got to go in there and get that iron pumping that iron, or else you're gonna go pick up something and it's not gonna happen. We have a bunch of friends that are in jujitsu. I'm not because I value my body like working and stuff. But they just like they go to tournaments and they go to world and this and that, right? Well, they don't just like
Yeah, they're
show
really
up to
good.
they don't just show up to world and like we got
That's the
this.
first day you
These dudes
train
are in the gym like every single
every
night
day.
of the week
Yeah.
for hours, just working on little moves, little things, little tweaks, little things to do this and try that. Like marriage is the same way.
Mhm.
I'll go away from jujitsu and go to golf. Like golf is like there's so many different shots at a golf course. Like there's tree this and that one. Oh, that went a little bit left. Now there's like a limb of a tree and I got to go under it. It's like there's so many different little shots and little different little tweaks that you have to do throughout the whole entire round. Well, how do you know about those shots? Because you're at the range practicing. You're with the coach and he's teaching you and he's or watching on the screen of like how the ball's going, how it's responding, and you're swinging, what it's doing. It's the same exact thing
Yeah.
in marriage. Like we're prepping, we're getting ready. Like we're not like preparing for a disaster, and hopefully you do avoid because maybe just by you preparing and you being in a community will help you just even avoid to even hit a landmine. Maybe you'll just like divert it because you guys are on the same page. And
That's
obviously
good.
then life just hits too, and then it's like, oh, we know how to handle this, we can do it together. And then like when something happens, to be able to reach out to somebody
Yeah.
that's not your mom or your dad, like a community that's like, no, like you guys got it. Like here we go, to stick that can like stand with you and like hold your arms up and be like, no, like you got this. I think that could be to me that would have been really nice,
Mhm.
It's like sometimes it's so when you're in crisis, like right away, like when you hit a crisis and you don't really haven't developed that community, you don't want to talk about it. People don't
Yeah.
wanna talk about those, like, marriage things or financial things, like, you know what I mean? Like, when that hits, but
'Cause there's no relationship
right.
built. You don't have trust with anyone.
But if you're already in community
Yeah.
and you already have things that you're talking about and you're learning together and this and that, then something pops up, it's a lot easier to open up, say, "Hey, like, we're struggling with this," or like, "Hey, this happened, like, can we,"
Yeah.
point us the right way? Or there'll already be things in our, or modules and stuff that, like, you can watch this video and that can hopefully help you and all that kind of stuff too, so
Yeah. And sadly, we've talked to people that have no one, that don't have anyone in their corner, no one cheering on their marriage. There's no resources. They're just kind of isolated. And so if depending on where you live in your community and anything like that, the dynamics of your family life, if that's you too, it's like it doesn't have to be in person, but that's what's so cool about the in-person events that we're going to have. So those will be cool opportunities over time
yeah.
to take advantage of. So,
Yes. So
yeah.
this was all about the online community that we are starting. And maybe when you've watched this or starting to watch this, it started. So how should they find this?
By then, by the time you're seeing this, there will be a link in the description down below. You can click and join, and we will be so excited to meet you and see your face.
What if we did this?
What?
What if we did if they sign up, right? They get in we do like a 1 hour like call with them just to kind of like introduce and like get to meet them like personally.
We could do that.
An
A
option.
little welcome call.
Little welcome call, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe not. Maybe we'll cut this.
know.
Maybe it'll be in there and you'll be like, what happened to our call? It's okay. We're on a journey, you
Yeah.
guys.
It'd be yeah. I was trying to throw it out there.
Yeah.
She likes when I do that. So
I love it.
so find the link in the description. And we look forward to if you have any concerns or questions about this or that,
If it's
um,
for you,
it's for you.
find us on
Find us,
Instagram.
send us a DM.
Those links are in the description too. So,
Send us a DM. Ask
yeah.
us a question if this is for you or kind of curious about it and you need more information if you're one of those kind of people like she is. Just Send
I
us a
feel you and I'm ready.
Yeah, she's ready. She's got it all planned out for you. So send us a DM, ask us questions. If not, then we will see you in the
We'll
community.
see you there.